Hey guys, happy Monday. This week we have quite a few requests that we're going to be doing. I got 3 requests for drawings that we will do this week. So we're going to start out the week with those requests. Remember guys, if you ever have requests for things for me to show you how to draw, you can tell me in the comments or you can send it to me over email. And if it's something that's doable and not super complicated, that would be too hard for a lot of people to follow, then I'll show you guys how to do it. But today's request that we are going to be doing is a cute little hedgehog here who's laying on his back. This one isn't too tricky, but it does help for part of it at least to start with a pencil and then move on to marker. So I would grab a pencil for yourself, marker, your coloring stuff, and let's get started. Alright guys, so like I was saying, you want to do pencil first because we're going to start by drawing the head and these shoulders, but we want to draw it in pencil first and then go over it and draw the little spikies after because it's much easier that way. When you draw with pencil, as always, try to draw light so that you can erase it. But start off kind of in the middle of your paper and draw yourself a line that goes straight across. This is for the top of his head, not the spikes. And then you want to make a line that kind of bends outward and back. That's going to be the side of the head and the cheek. And you do the same on the other side, outward and then back. If they're not perfectly even, it doesn't matter because you're going to add these spikies anyway. After we do the shape for the head, we're going to draw a little curved line, kind of like backwards letter C and a forward letter C. That's for that part. And then we're going to make on each side a line that kind of curves downward one. Sort of like a letter U, but we're not quite finishing the letter U. And then in this empty space, you're going to have these 2 lines come up and make a triangle. On this one, they go up much further than that, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. Now that I'm done with this part in pencil, I'm actually going to grab my Sharpie marker and I'm going to do the rest in marker for you guys. As always, I like to normally do all my drawings in pencil before I ever do marker, but it's easier for you guys to see this way. So once you have this part done in pencil, you can take your marker, pencil, whatever, and now kind of follow along the line that you did by making a little zigzag. And the zigzag doesn't need to be super even. Like some parts of it can kind of point different directions. But I'm doing a little zigzag line that follows the curves of the straight line that I did. Once I go over the head and the little shoulders, I stop with the zigzags, and then I just trace this line until I get to the bottom of the triangle. So smooth on this part and spiky on the rest. And then for this part, it's kind of like the tail. I do little zigzags that kind of work their way up to the top of that triangle and make sure that the top is pointed. Now I'm going to add in the ears. So those right there, they're pretty big. You do a nice big curved line just like that on one side and then another one on the other. And I like to do a little line like that inside each ear. It just kind of helps to show like the part of the ear that's going to be pink, the little part's going to be brown, or whatever color you want to make it. Now let's work on the eyes. I'm going to do 2 ovals that are kind of like tilted towards the center of the face. It just looks cute that way, but they don't have to be tilted. You can have them straight up and down. And fill those in. And then I draw a little curved line under each one like that. It curves out towards the outside of the face on both sides. And then for this one, pretty much right in between both eyes, you can draw a little oval and fill that in for the nose, and 2 curved lines for a little smile. I like to do a few little lines above the nose to give it some spikies there, because you know a hedgehog is covered in spikes. And then let's work on the feet, okay? What we're gonna do first is start with the bottom of the foot. It's kind of like a letter J or backwards letter J, depending on which one you're doing. I'm gonna start on this right foot. So I made a letter J, and then I'm gonna leave a little space here, and above it, I'm gonna keep going straight up and bend that line over, and then you're gonna make some toes. They're just little bumpy lines. I ended up with 4. If you end up with 3, it's okay. You know, it's still gonna be cute. And then this tiny little toe here, it's almost like a thumb on the back foot, kind of. Yeah, just a little upside down letter U. Now I'm gonna do the other side the same way. Start with the bottom, this time backwards letter J. And then I leave a space. Start just a little above, have a line that bends over, and then a few bumpy lines like that. And then that little toe that kind of looks like a thumb. There's his back feet. And then right kind of in each of these little shoulder areas, I'm gonna draw 2 lines. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then draw a few little fingers. They're like little bumpy lines. Super cute. And really all we got left are our big spikes for the rest of the body. So I'm gonna start between the ears. I'm doing some bigger zigzags, and one thing that I think makes this look a little bit better is if you try to have some zigzags be short and some be long, so that it looks more like the real thing, because they're very, very spiky in real life. There we go. So I'm just going around the whole body, and if it helps you, you could draw out like a big oval around the hedgehog's body first and then follow along with those zigzags. But there we go. Oh, and of course, I always forget a little part. We're gonna do a little heart up here. I draw a little line like that, and then my heart. Now you can just draw the whole thing in one go, but I know some of us struggle with hearts. So an easy way to do a heart is a letter V and 2 bumpy lines like that. And then you guys have your hedgehog, and it's all finished, and it's super, super cute. So you can color it in any way that you want. I did a darker brown for the quills, and then a darker brown for like right around the mouth and the ears too, and then I did pink for the feet and the hands and the cheeks and ears, and then a really light brown for the inside. But you can make it any way you want. You could even color it in different shades of blue to make it look like Sonic if you want to. So have fun coloring, you guys, and yeah, just color it in any way that you want. Alright guys, I hope you had fun drawing your little hedgehog with me. He was pretty simple and he's really, really cute. And I hope you had fun coloring it in. And I will see you guys tomorrow for our next drawing video. Bye!